What is up, guys? Marvel Champions just released the new Trickster Takeover scenario pack with two new villains, Enchantress and Loki, God of Lies. There's some new mechanics with the force actions, and Loki's scenario has some extra upkeep. So this will be a how-to-play video taking down the two new villains here, Enchantress and Loki, on expert mode, just going through the scenarios, going through the new mechanics and all of that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get Enchantress set up here. We're gonna set aside the box. And if you're doing Enchantress on standard mode, then you have her stage 1 right here, where she does not have a 1 reviewed effect. If you're going to do her expert mode, we start off with stage 2 right here, and she does have a 1 reviewed effect, but it says in standard mode, put the set aside feature of the spare into play, then place an additional 3 threat on it. Since we're doing expert, we can ignore that because we're not doing standard, so we don't have to do that 1 reviewed effect here. So let's go ahead and get the main scheme stage 1A set up. It says here to have one recommended module set, the Trickster Magic. So this is a module set that was included in the Trickster Takeover scenario pack here, and it's a pretty unique module set. So we have these 7 encounter cards here with their classic orange backs, and these 4 player cards here. We set aside these 4 allies from play, and if we defeat, these minions, we can get the corresponding ally and put into play under our control. So this would just be set aside here for now. And then let's shuffle this into the encounter deck. And it also says here for setup stage 1A to set the future of the spare side scheme aside. So actually, let's go get that. I think it's still in here. So we're looking for the future of the spare side scheme, which is nowhere to be found, guys. Is it in here? I think it's in here. Future of the spare. Oh, that's going to be right here. So we're going to set this aside out of play for now. And let's shuffle up the encounter deck. And then we also attach a random hypnotic gaze to each identity. Players cannot look at the reverse side. Set each remaining hypnotic gaze aside. So we have these 5 copies of the hypnotic gaze here, and the reverse side all have different effects. So yeah, we're gonna shuffle this up and we're only get one. Actually, let's just roll the die. So we have a 10-sided die, so we get a 1 or 2. It's gonna be this one, and 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're gonna randomly get one into play here, which will be the 10. So it's going to be this hypnotic gaze. All right, so we're all shuffled up here for the encounter deck. And then we're going to set aside the rest of these hypnotic gaze here. And this one will be attached to your identity. So your identity gains the Define trait. And if there are 5 or more charm counters on this card, remove each charm counter from here and then flip this card over. We don't know what the other side is. Let's go ahead and advance the main scheme to stage 1B here, starting off with 1 initial threat. And if it hits 6, it's going to advance to the next main scheme stage. And there's a pretty interesting thing here with the Force Interrupt. So when a charm count we place on the enchantment card in your play area, if your identity has the Enthrall trait, we place 1 threat here instead. So basically, when there are 5 charm counts on here, we flip over, and then we gain the Enthrall trait because Enchantress has officially enthralled us. And then each time a charm counter we placed here with her force response and with encounter cards in her deck, then we instead place a threat there. So she really accelerates the threat after we get enthralled. And then we start off here in Alter Ego. Enchantress is going to come in with Steady and Toughness and 16 hit points. So let's give her a Tough stats card here. And then she has that Force Response. After she attacks you, place 1 charm counter on the enchantment card in your play area. Not whenever she schemes, so only whenever she attacks. So you can block out her activation like with the stun. She is steady though, but we give her 2 stun stats cards, and she'll be we can block out the activation. But yeah, basically, as long as we're in hero form, she's attacking us. She's going to constantly place those charm counters, and once she gets us enthralled, then she adds a lot more threat than normal. So we are going to be doing a protection deck here with Peter Parker Spider-Man, one of my favorite new decks as of late. It is the Webbed and Ready protection deck here with the Symbiote suit. We have 2 copies of Ready for Fight, Energy Shield, Dark Sinclair, and 3 What Doesn't Kill Me here. 2 copies of the Power of Protection. And let's go through our ally lineup. Starhawk, Joe Costa, Daredevil. Bright Splay's not an ally. Let's put that somewhere else. Grant Ward, Nick Fury, Moon Girl, and Gambit here. And we have the 3 basic doubles, Ingenuity, Queen Carrot, Avengers Mansion, and Helicarrot as our resource generators. So let's go ahead and get our deck shuffled up here. And we'll be using this deck against Enchantress and against the new Loki God of Lies scenario as well. And yeah, just going through the playthroughs here and how both of these scenarios work. So we're going to shuffle up here, and then I think we're pretty much good to go here with the setup. Yeah, all right. So as Peter Parker, we have a hand size of 6, so we can draw up to that and then do our mulligans here. Whoops, dropping some cards. All right, that's good. Let's draw the 6 and see what we get. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, okay, we got the mansion. Definitely want to keep that. Then we hold on to the web shooters. I like this, and this as well. The only thing that we will mulligan is a Spire Tracer. But if I get like a Queen Care or Ingenuity, then I don't know if I can afford everything. Let me think here. If we Scientist, we can do this to play the mansion. Draw a card. I would like to get the web shooters down too, but I don't know. Let's mulligan the Spire Tracer here, so 1 card, and we'll draw 1 more card back up to our hands of the 6, hoping for a double. Oh, and we got the double. Okay, so that's perfect. Let's go ahead and use our Scientist to generate a mental resource. And then this will be 1, 2, 3 more resources here for a total of 4. So we can play Avengers Mansion. It's a 4-cost support. As an action, we exhaust it and then draw a card. So let's exhaust and draw a card here. Oh, snap. We got Moon Girl. Ah, man, it's too late. Yeah, we're not going to be able to play her, unfortunately. I think we go Web Shooters into Starhawk here. So yeah, let's go ahead and flip up here to Hero Form. And then we are going to use a resource here to play our web shooters. The 1-cost upgrade comes in with 3 web counters, and it'll be readied up. We can exhaust it and remove 1 web counter to generate a WoW resource. Unfortunately, we drew Moon Girl a little bit too late there. Let's exhaust it, remove a counter, generate a WoW resource. This will be a second resource here to play Starhawk. And then Starhawk is just a 2-cost ally here. Let's go ahead and have him swing for 2 on Enchantress, knock off for a tough stats card, and he'll take 2 consequential damage. And then Peter Parker is going to swing here for 2, bringing change from 16 down to 14. Our first damage of the game. And then we're going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. We'll draw back up to your hands here 5 in hero form. Hoping for a backflip. No backflip. That's okay. Alright, so it is Enchantress' turn. She is going to add 1 threat to the main scheme. Then she's going to attack us here. First one, trigger our Interrupt, Spire Sense. When a villain initiates an attack against you, we can draw a card. Backflip. Not a backflip. Okay, I think we just block here with Starhawk. We have Nick Fury, yeah. So Starhawk's going to exhaust and defense attack. She's hitting with a base of 2, gets a boost card here of 2, so 4 damage, takes out Starhawk. Then Enchantress will trigger her force response here. After she attacks you, place a charm counter on the enchantment card in your play area. So we get 1 counter here. And then we get dealt 1 face down counter card, which is a side scheme. Trickster Tango, the villain gains Stalwart. They cannot be suddenly confused with double acceleration here and 4 threat. Alright, so this deck, we don't really care about Stalwart or like statuses, but the double acceleration is pretty rough, so we do want to clear it. Okay, so let's go ahead and exhaust Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Inside's pretty big here. I think we go into Nick first. Yeah, let's use... I like to get the other web shooters, but I think it's okay. We'll use 4 resources right here, so we can play Nick Fury. Whenever Nick Fury enters play, choose one. We're going to pick the one and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. But we don't need the backflip anymore. I think we just go... We could get it ready for a fight down. I don't think we necessarily need it. Oh, no, we got to get Daredevil down to do thwarting, huh? So by Helicarrier, I play Daredevil. So we'll do 3 resources here, and we'll play our Helicarrier. So it's a 3-cost support. We can exhaust it to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. Let's go and do that. So Daredevil is a 1 cost. Exhaust the web shooters, remove counter, generate a WoW resource, so we can play Daredevil. Alright, so all we're going to do is Nick and Daredevil will both thwart. 1, 2, 3, 4. It clears off this side scheme. They both take consequential damage. Nick takes 1, Daredevil takes 2 for thwarting. And the side scheme is defeated. Then Spider-Man is just going to swing in for another 2 on Enchantress, brings her from 14 down to 12. And then that's going to end her turn. Let's right back up. And we'll draw back up to our hands. Let's here 5. Okay, we have to play this ready for a fight. And it might be a good time to play with the Ingenuity. And we got the power of protection here as well. Okay, Enchantress' turn. She's going to add 1 to the main. She is going to attack us. We're going to trigger Spire Sense and draw a card. And then we're going to have Nick Fury defend the attack. And she's hitting with a base of 2. This will be the boost. 3, so 5 damage, takes out Nick Fury. Then after Enchantress attacks with her force response, she adds a charm counter on our Hypnotic Gaze. So going up to 2 out of 5 here. Then we can delve face on counter card, which is Ulik. 3 scheme or a 0 scheme, 3 attack, 5 hit points. In expert mode, he also gains toughness. And after a player deals any amount of damage to Enchantress, Ulik attacks that player. Okay, so we probably want to kill this guy first before attacking Enchantress. He's a brute intro. When defeated, Enchantress attacks the player who defeated Ulik and gets +1. Ooh, okay, that's a pretty nasty one defeated effect there. He does have 0 scheme though, so I'm fine. No, if I'm ready for a fight her, we can ready for a fight if she gets an advance. We should be able to survive 1 activation here. So what am I doing? Oh man, okay. How do we? Let's Avengers Mansion first. Draw a card. I think we've already seen. Oh man, we're seeing all of our what doesn't kill me here. I think I want to flip down. I think I just take damage from Enchantress because we have Aunt May, and then we can play some what doesn't kill me next turn. So let's see. In Alter Ego, we can play down Ingenuity. And then we can also, actually, we don't even need, we can use Weapons Kingdom as a resource for this. And then we play down Ingenuity with Helicare and our Scientists. And also get Aunt May down there. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to have Daredevil throw for 2 from the main, drop it down to 1 threat. He'll take 2 constant damage, get defeated. Spider-Man is going to swing for 2. We'll knock out the tough from the minion. And then we're going to flip down to Alter Ego. We're going to exhaust Helicare to reduce the cost, and this card will play by 1. Sign to generate a mental resource to play the now 1 cost Ingenuity. Play only if your name has a genius trait, which we do have in Alter Ego. We exhaust Ingenuity, generate a mental resource. Let's go ahead and do that. And we can play Aunt May here. It's a 1 cost support. We exhaust her to heal 4 damage from Peter Parker. Then let's also go ahead and use a physical resource here, which is a requirement for what doesn't kill me. So we can play ready for a fight. 1 cost upgrade. The requirement is that physical. When enemy would scheme, we could discard this card. We change hero form. Enemy attacks us instead. And then that's going to end our turn. Let's ready up here. So we flip down and get Ingenuity. We're going to drop back up to 6. Let's hold on to all of this, because I think we may want to flip up here, take some damage, and then what doesn't kill me to get some ready so we can take out Ulik. And we can backflip, which will cost us well. Okay, so in Enchantress turn, she's going to add 1 to the main, goes up to 2. Alright, so she's going to scheme against us. If I ready for a fight, though, we do get another hypnotic counter. Is it worth the risk? If I don't ready for a fight, let's say the main pops. No, I need to take damage so it doesn't kill me. Yeah, so we're going to ready for a fight. When an enemy would scheme, we can discard his card, we change the hero form, and the enemy attacks us instead. So we're flipping up here. Enchantress is going to attack us. We're going to trigger Spider Sense and draw a card. And then she's going to do 1, 2. This would be the boost. We'll just take it to the face. 2. So 4 damage. Brings us from 10 down to 6 here. Okay, then she's going to add a charm counter after attacking us. And then now Ulik's going to attack us for 3. We'll just take it. Draw from 6 down to 3. And we get dealt 1 face on counter card, which is Titania. It's a minion with steady, and her attacks gain overkill. The player who defeats this minion, we put her. We get to set aside Titania ally. Okay, let's back over to our turn here. Let's Avengers Mansion first and draw a card. Got our economy set up. We need to take out Ulik here. But I also want to take out Titania too. We can, if let's see, we do this for what doesn't kill me, do this for another what doesn't kill me. That'll defeat Ulik. But then we saw Titania here. We need the last swing web kick for that. So we could play Jocasta and get a backflip. Yeah, I think we just go for that play. So let's go ahead and swing for 2 on Ulik. Then we're going to use 2 physical resources here to play what doesn't kill me. The requirement is at least 1 physical and pain for this card. Heal 2 damage from hero and ready up. Go from 3 up to 5, and then we'll ready back up. Let's swing for another 2 on Ulik. And then we're going to use a double resource and pain for protection card. Declare a to be physical to play a second what doesn't kill me. Heal 2 damage, ready up your hero. We're going to go from 5 up to 7. Let's get the ready back up again. And then we're going to swing for another 2. That will defeat... Oh, wait. We can't swing for 2 yet. We got to play Jocasta. Let's do Helicare to reduce the cost next card by 1. This would be a resource here. Ingenuity. This would be another resource. So we can play Jocasta. Okay. Whenever Jocasta enters play as a response, you can choose a defensive event in your discard pile and attach to her face down. Let's get a backflip here, and we'll attach it. Is that our only? We said one more backflip coming up, right? Yeah, okay. And one more swing and web kick. So we attach the defense event face down to Jocasta, and we can play the event attacher as if they're in her hand. So now we're going to swing for 2. We'll take out Oleg. So 5 damage, or 6 damage total, defeats him. When defeated, Enchantress attacks the player who defeats Oleg and gets +1 for that attack. So she's hitting here with the base of 3. This would be her boost card. We're going to Spiral Sense and draw a card. And then Jocasta is going to play the backflip. Actually, let's just see what the damage is. The boost here is going to be 1. So we'll take 3 damage from Enchantress. Do I just take it? I think we can just take it. Yeah, let's just take the 3 damage, actually. Drop us from 7 down to 4. And Jocasta will thwart for 2 from the main. Clear that off. And then she'll take a consequential, 2 consequential damage for thwarting. And I'm tempted to actually flip back down here. And making heals. Yeah, if we lose that main scheme, it's okay. I really want to draw into a swinging web. And I forgot, after she attacks, she's going to add a counter here. And I don't want to get enthralled yet because we're already at 4 counters. If I play Sinclair, I could get some extra healing in. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do 2 reasons here, and we'll play Dark Sinclair 2 cost support. And then let's flip down to Alter Ego. We're going to use our Sinclair, exhaust her, and spend a mental resource. Since can declare to be a mental. Huge damage from your Alter Ego equal to your recovery, which is 3. We're going 4 up to 7. And we can also discard a stats card, which we don't have. Anime is going to exhaust heals by 4. There's a 7 all the way back up to 10. Alright, and then that's going to end our turn. Let's right back up. So we still have 1 more counter to go on Hypnotic Gaze, and then we get enthralled by the Enchantress. Let's draw back up to your hands of 6 here. And there's a swing web kick to take out Titania. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Enchantress turn, she's going to add 1 to the main. She's going to scheme because we're an Alter Ego with a base of 2, gets a boost of 2. So she schemes for 4. So the main goes up to 5 here. And then Titania is going to scheme for 1, so it's going to hit 6. Okay, and I forgot to say, she does not add a charm count after scheming. But the main's going to advance, which is not good for us. So advances to stage 2A here. And it says, if the Crown of Enchantress attachment is in place, send each identity. Otherwise, search the encounter and discard power for the Crown of Enchantress and reveal it. I think it was in here, yeah. So we attach this to Enchantress. In expert mode, she gains Stalwart. And after Enchantress schemes against you, place 1 charm counter on the enchantment card in your play area. So, okay, she did not just scheme. Titania just schemed, so this won't trigger here. As a hero action, we can exhaust our identity and take 1 damage to discard this card. Okay. And then this will advance to stage 2B. Starts off with 2 threat. Same force interrupt as before, where if a counter is placed here and we're enthralled, we add it as threat. If this hits 9, then we lose the game. So, no more breathing room here, unfortunately. Alright, we did that, and then we get dealt 1 face down counter card, which is Enthrall Lackey with Quick Strike, but we're in Alter Ego, so Quick Strike will not trigger. It only happens if you're in Hero form. Corresponds after this minion attacks you, place 1 charm counter on the enchantment card in your play area after he attacks you. Okay, so we're still at 4 here, guys, but we're probably going to lose it next turn. I do have the webbed up here, though, so that could be interesting. All right, it's back over to our turn. Do we want to discard this thing? Stalwart, and then we can exhaust and take a damage. Do we need our ready here? I don't think we need our ready. Let's go ahead and exhaust, and then we'll take a damage. Drop from 10 down to 9, and then we can discard this card as a... Oh, it's a hero action. Whoops. Sorry, guys, let's not do it yet. Hero action, we won't do it in hero form. So while we're in Alter Ego, let's go ahead and just mansion first. Draw a card. And then let's play Gambit here, because we're going to deck out. So we'll do Helicarrier to reduce the cost of next card we play by 1. And then this would be a double resource here, so we can play Gambit. When our Gambit enters play, look at the top 3 cards in the encounter deck. Tuck 1 under him, so only the boost is available. And we got a 3 booster here. This would be the boost for her. This would be our encounter card, which is a minion. I was going to get +3 hit points because we will be enthralled. Unless we can, actually, we might be able to block it. We'll see. Okay, we'll grab Cinder. So Gambit's going to have 3 thwart 3 attack equal to the boost card, or the card under him. And then we'll put this back on top in the same order. Okay. So, what are we doing next? Did we... Oh, wait, I didn't use Scientist. Sorry, guys. We're not going to use a Helicarrier. We're going to use a double resource and Scientist generate that mental resource. So that's 3 resources there. Now we're going to flip up to hero form. So we still have the Helicarrier. And then we need to play a Swinging Web Kick. Go Quinn Carrier here. The thing is, I really want to play a webbed up, but I think we just can't. Yeah, that's okay. So we'll just leave that and not do the webbed up. So we'll do the Helicarrier now to reduce the cost instead of level 1. So Quinn Carrier is 2 cost. Engineer will generate a resource. This will be another resource here to play Quinn Carrier. So 3 cost support. You only place if you have the Avenger trait, which you do have in hero form. So we're fully built out with our resource generators now. Then I think we just swing a web kick here. And I probably discard this webbed up and the backflip. But I want to get rid of the web shooters here. No, we can keep it. We'll use Quinn Carrier generate a wild resource. This will be 2 more for total 3. Play swing web kick. Your action attack, do 8 damage to enemy. We're going to hit Titania for 8, and that will defeat her. So she has the victory keyword, so she gets removed in the game. But when she's defeated, we can get the minion or the ally Titania put under play under our control. So that's going to be, where are those ally cards? Oh, we set them aside over here. So Titania comes in and play under our control. She is not counted towards our ally limit. Her attacks have overkill and piercing. So we have a powerful ally here before we get enthralled. Okay. Next, let's see. What do we want to do here? Do I want to thwart at all? She has 5 life, so she can activate. She can attack 3 times. I probably want her to do more attacking. So Gambit's gonna thwart for 3. Let's clear off the main. He'll take a consequential damage. Spider-Man is going to swing for 2 on the Lackey. And then Titania's going to swing for 3. She has overkill and piercing. So 1 damage on him, and then 2 overkill to Enchantress brings her down to 10 life. And then that will defeat this guy as well. He never attacked us, so he never triggers his ability. He's wiped out there. And then that's going to end our turn. Yeah, let's ready back up here. And Titania takes 2 consequential damage for attacking. Alright. So that was our first deck pass. We're going to draw back up to 5. We deck out, get that minion as our face down encounter card, and shuffle the discard pile here back into the deck. Okay, so here we probably want to play every swing web kick that we draw. And if we get the symbiote suit, I mean, it's coming down. Oh, whoops. Girl there. Alright. So we're going to draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So Enchantress turn, she's going to add 1 to the main. She's going to attack us. We'll trigger our Spider Sense, draw another card. And then, let's see, we're going to backflip it. So this is her boost. 2 plus 2, 4 damage. We'll trigger our backflip from Jocasta, prevent all that damage, because we can play as a very in her hand. And then after she attacks us, we place a charm counter on our enchantment card. 5 counters now, guys. Uh-oh. Okay, so when there are 5 counters here, we remove each counter, goes back down 0, and then we flip this card over. All right, let's see what we are. We have the Trance of Sloth here. It's permanent. Your identity gains the enthralled trait, so we're officially enthralled by Enchantress. When revealed, you are stunned. Otherwise, place 2 threat on the main scheme, so we just get stunned. Force action, so we have to do this every single turn, but we can choose when we do it during the player phase. Exhaust this card, heal 1 damage from Enchantress, and then draw a card and this card. Oh, the healing. Okay, we gotta heal her. That's not great, right? But we can draw in this card, which is actually not that helpful. It just helps us cycle through our deck a little bit. Okay, so after she attacks us, she's going to deal with a face encounter card, and we have 2 encounter cards to go. First one is that minion here with guard, and while he's engaged with enthrall player, he is engaged with enthrall player, he gets plus 3 hit points, so 7 hit points on him. We have no swing web kick here. All right, and then we get another encounter card, which is Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side schemes in play, we discard from the encounter until we get a side scheme and then reveal it. I think, do I want to get side scheme or do I want to cancel it? I don't think I want to get a side scheme here. Yeah, let's cancel this. We're going to use Ingenuity, generate a mental resource so it can play Enhanced Spider Sense. When Treachery card is reviewed, cancel the 1 reviewed effects. So we're cancel the 1 reviewed effects of Master Plan. All right, and then it's back over to our turn here. Okay, so this guy has 7 life because we are enthralled. Let's go ahead and attack here, because we gotta get rid of our stun. And then let's mention, draw a card. Ooh, I don't want the backflip here. We gotta take this guy out. Do we just heal Enchantress now? I kind of want to flip her before we heal her. Let's see. We have, if I play Nick Fury and do all damage, he can do 4. She can swing for 3. Then we can swing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Enchantress. Yeah, we can't defeat her. Okay, so we're just gonna do this now. We're gonna do this force action. Exhaust this card, heal damage from Enchantress. She goes up to 11 life. So we're helping her. And then we can draw a card, then discard a card. So let's draw. And then we will discard the what doesn't kill me here, because our life is full and the cost there is to heal 2. Okay, so this hand here, I think we just go straight into Nick Fury. And then we don't need a backflip here. So, okay, let's do Helicarrier to reduce the cost next target by 1. So Nick Fury is going to be 3 cost. And this would be 1, 2, and 3 resources here. So we can play Nick Fury. Alright, and then Titan does not count towards elements, so we can have 4 allies, including her. Okay, whenever Nick Fury enters play, choose 1. Do I do 4 damage here? If I do that, I can just play Starhawk, and then we hold on to the webbed up. Yeah, let's actually pick the 1 to do 4 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do 4 damage on this enthralled brute right here. Ooh, I can't grab the counters. Alright, what we're going to do, guys, because I can't... Oh, I got the counter. Alright, 4 damage, but he has 7 life because he has that plus 3 hit points. So we'll do Titania, will swing for 3. That will defeat him. Titania takes 2 consequential damage here for attacking, so 4 damage. And this guy is defeated. Okay, he has guard. And then Nick Fury is going to swing for 2 on Enchantress, brings her down to 9. Gambit, and then he'll take consequential damage. Gambit's going to swing for 3. That'll bring her from 9 down to 6. And then Jocasta is going to, let's exhaust her Thor for 2. We'll clear off the main. She'll take consequential damage, get defeated. Then we'll use a double resource when paying for a protection card to play Starhawk. And then he is going to exhaust and swing for 2 on Enchantress, brings her from 6 down to 4. And then he'll take 2 consequential damage for attacking. Alright, that is going to end our turn, and we did the force response there, or the force action, I mean, which is the new mechanic with Enchantress. So let's ready up all of our cards, and we have 3 allies for our ally limit, and Titania, who does not count towards that. I think we discard this at this point. Yeah, let's discard the, actually, let's hold on to it. Draw back up to 5 here. So if I don't draw swing web kicks, then I'll play the webbed up. If I drew swing web kicks, I'm probably not doing that. Alright, Enchantress turn, she's going to add 1 to the main. She's going to attack us. We're going to Spire Sense and draw a card. Then we're going to defend it with Nick Fury. She's hitting with the base of 2. Gets a boost card here. Boost is 1, so 3 damage. Takes out Nick. Then she can trigger her force response. Place a charm counter on your enchantment card after she attacks. So we place a charm counter here, but we're enthralled. So when a charm counter we place on the enchantment card in your player, if you're enthralled, we place 1 threat here instead. So going up to 2 out of 9. Then we get dealt 1 face down counter card, which is a side scheme, Law of Attraction. We're going to review discard cards on top of the encounter deck until enthralled minion is discarded and review that minion. This comes in here with 2 threat and acceleration, and we're going to mill until we get an enthralled minion. We got rid of Under Fire. Got rid of Advance as well. Double Advance. So now we don't really need the Ready for Fight that's in our hand as much. Alright, so we got this minion who's enthralled. He has Quick Strike. After he attacks you, place 1 charm card on an enchantment card on your player. He's going to hit us here for 1. We just take it. So we draw from 10 down to 9. And we place a charm counter on your card, but instead we add a threat here because we are enthralled. Alright, let's back over to our turn here. Alright, I would like to flip Enchantress. Let's exhaust a mansion so we can draw a card. We drew into Moon Girl. I don't think I'm even... Actually, I could play her here if I wanted to. That would be a... Okay, let's do this. We are going to... Wait, Gambit should have 2 consequential damage. I think I forgot to give him 1 last turn. Alright, we gotta take out this minion. And then we want to remove threat, and we want to take out Enchantress here as well. What is the best way to do that? Maybe Gambit just swings for 3 here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to exhaust Helicarrier to reduce the cost of next card we play by 1. So we play Spire Tracer. Attach him in. When attachment is defeated, we can remove 3 threat from the scheme. So it gives to Enthrall Lackey. I think we flip Enchantress here first. So let's do Spider-Man is going to swing for 2 on Enchantress. That'll bring it from 4 down to 2. And then Starhawk is going to swing for 2. That'll bring her down to 0. So this means it doesn't have guard, so we can ignore it. Starhawk will take double consequence damage and get knocked out here. Okay, when Enchantress is defeated, we flip her over to her stage 3 here, where she has 18 life. She's going to have toughness again, and then her one revealed is to put the set aside feature of the spare side scheme into play and place an additional 4 threat on it. So it's going to be 2 plus 4, 6 threat on here. And with this side scheme now, Enchantress gains Stalwart and she cannot take damage. So she has double Stalwart, but she can't take damage while it's in play. When review, place 1 charm counter on each enchantment card in play. So we get a counter here. Instead, we add a threat with the Force Interrupt there. So we get this side scheme here. And then Starhawk would take consequential damage after, but I said that before so I don't forget. All right, so that will have 6 threat there. Okay. We're ready for that symbiote, you guys. So I think I play Grant Ward, Moon Girl, and we want to get some of this stuff down, but maybe not. I think we just do Moon Girl first here. Nothing else to do in hero form. Yeah, let's flip down to Alter Ego. We're going to use Scientist to generate a mental resource. Engineer would be a second mental resource, and Queen Character declare a water to be a mental, so we can play Moon Girl. Moon Girl says play only if your deck has a champion genius trait. We do have the genius trait here in Alter Ego. After you play Moon Girl from hand, draw 1 card for each mental resource used to pay for, which is 3. So we're going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, a lot of options there. Let's go and use this force action before our turn ends. Exhaust this card. Heal damage from Enchantress. She's at full life, so she doesn't heal anything. But then we can also draw a card in this card. So let's draw into another double. Our hand is pretty crazy here. And then we discard a card. I guess we're ready for a fight. Yeah. I kind of want to actually hold on to it. Actually, yeah, let's hold on to it, and we'll actually play it next turn. So what am I discarding, guys? Maybe Grant Ward here goes. Yeah, we'll discard Grant Ward because Daryl can do authority, and we have the economy. Okay, so we did that. Then we're going to exhaust Aunt May. Let's heal 4, go back up to our full life of 10. And we need to defeat the minion and take threat off the main, and then kill both side schemes. So let's see, we'll use a double resource here, so we can play Daredevil right here. Okay, so back to our ally lineup. And then I think we just have Gambit swing for 3. He'll take out the Enthrall Lackey here. So he'll also trigger the Spire Tracer. So when attachment is defeated, remove 3 threat from the scheme. We will take the 3 threat. Where do we take it off of, guys? Let's take it off of Future of Despair. Drop this from 6 down to 3 threat. Right? And again, we'll take constant damage. He's going to get knocked out here. This card will get discarded. All right. And then let's see here. Let's use a resource here, a physical resource, so it can play ready for a fight. When enemy with scheme, we can discard this card chain here for the enemy attacks instead. And I think we could actually discard the ready for a fight. Let's get the web shooter down. We'll use the resource here and play the web shooters. So now we are basically just locked and loaded, and we're ready to finish off the Enchantress. Coming in with 3 web counters on the web shooter here. Alright, Daredevil's gonna throw for 2, and Moon Girl will throw for 2. 4 threat clears off the main. They'll both take constant damage, both taking 2 for thwarting. And that is gonna end our turn. Let's ready up here. So basically we just gotta clear that, and then we can do damage to Enchantress. While this is in play, Enchantress cannot take any damage. Alright, we're gonna hold on to this, draw back up to 6. Don't want to discard the double actually. Our economy is so good here. I think we discard the double. Yeah, let's get rid of the double. We'll draw back up to 6. Hopefully, we can get at least one more swing web kick. 1, 2, 5, 6. No more swing web kicks. That's okay. So Enchantress' turn, she's gonna add 2 to main because of acceleration. She's gonna scheme because we're in alter ego. We're gonna trigger our ready for a fight. So we discard it, and then we'll flip up here to hero form. So she does not scheme, and she's gonna attack us instead. We'll trigger our Spider Sense and draw a card. She's attacking us. Whoops. And then we're going to, I think I take the hit to the face. Yeah, let's take this hit to the face. She's hitting with a base of 2. Here's the boost, 1, so 3 damage. Brings us from 10 down to 7. And then she adds a counter here, but it's going to be added as threat instead with the Force Interrupt. Then we get dealt 1 face down counter card, which is Do My Bidding. If your Denny has a defined trait, choose one. If we have the Enthrall trait, we have the Enthrall trait. Do both in any order. Do want to cancel it. So, we have the enhanced Spider Sense. What is it? Search the encounter and discard power for min reveal it. Search the encounter and discard power for side scheme reveal it. Okay, yeah, let's cancel it because it is a treachery here. So we're going to use Engineer Generate Mental Resource to play Enhanced Spider Sense, cancel one of the effects of that treachery. Okay, back over to our turn. Let's go ahead and use our enchantment card first. Force action, exhaust card, heal damage from Enchantress. We heal her, she's our full life, draw a card, and discard a card. Okay, there we go, swing web kick. And then we just have discard a card. Let's get rid of the webbed up here. Alright, then we just mansion, draw a card. Titania is going to, actually wait first. Daredevil is going to throw for 2. Moongirl throw for 2. 4 threat clears off this side scheme here. They both take consequential damage and get knocked out. And then this side scheme is defeated here. So it goes into discard pile. Enchantress will now no longer, well, she still start with that, but she can take damage now. So that's the big thing there. So Titania is going to swing for 3. Her attacks have piercing. Piercing off the tough from Enchantress. It's from 18 down to 15. Titania takes constant damage. She gets knocked out. Then we're going to use 3 resources here and play a good old swinging web kick. Hero action attack, do 8 damage to enemy. Brings Titania from 15 down to 7. And then we have another 3 resources here to play a second swing web kick, another 8 damage to Titania. Brings her from 7 all the way down to 0. And if we had one more swing web kick, we could have played it here with the extra economy cards the way going on. Where was that last swing web kick? Oh, it was right next, the right next card. That's okay though. We got the double swing web kick here for the kill. All right, yeah, and that's Enchantress and how the forced actions here operate. And then the other Defiant cards are here. And they all have different force actions, I believe. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and pack up Enchantress, and we're gonna get Loki set up here. Loki has a little bit more upkeep to how he works. Okay, so we're gonna set all the tokens here back aside. And yeah, if you have any questions on how the Enchantress works, let me know. Her scenario, it's pretty unique. The force action there is kind of fun, actually. But yeah, I think it can be a little bit complex. So we're going to reset the hit points here. And then we're going to grab through the encounter deck and get the standard and expert sets. We'll also grab the modular here in our obligation. So basically everything that's not green we're going to grab, right? That's pretty easy to get here. Everything not green. And then, all right, so we're going to set this aside here. Grab the first main scheme stage with the second one. Put this back here. Enchantress is going to be here, stage 3, stage 2, stage 1. We got to grab the Titania ally, or the minion, I mean, let's not forget about that. And then where did the Titania, I think I accidentally discarded her. So she should have been, she has victory 1, so after she takes constant damage and got defeated, she should have gotten removed from the game. So we'll set these aside here because they're also recommended for the Loki scenario. All right, and then we have Loki right over here. Okay, so Loki's got a lot of stuff going on. Let's pack up the Enchantress. Alright guys, so for Loki God Lies, this is the main body of Loki. Okay, we just said that somewhere further away. In epic multiplayer, this makes much more of a difference, but in true solo, we just kind of just put him over here. And then this is the super main scheme Worlds Collide. We'll put this over here as well. So in epic multiplayer, you have different groups and different pods, and the main scheme will be like for everybody. But for here, we're just doing true solo, so we just have one main scheme. So these are the avatars of Loki. The 4 of them will just go right there. And then we have Intense Focus, which will get attached to him. And then we have these 4 environments right here. They all have different abilities. So they're all capped at 1 per player's synergy counters. So in True Soul, they're all just going to be capped at 1. As intro, when a friendly character would attack, we can remove synergy counter from here and do 4 additional damage. This one, when you take damage, we prevent 4 of it. This one, you can do extra authority. And this one, you can generate 2 wild resources. So we just set that aside. These permanent environments will stay in play forever. So we're going to put all of them over here. And it does take up quite a lot of space. So we'll put that here. Let's move this forward a little bit so you guys can see that. All right. All right. And then this is the main scheme for Loki. And then we also have Shatter the Illusion. This is this will tell us what to do after we take down one of the Loki illusions there. So we set this aside here. And then this is the Loki, and this is the cards here. So let's just mix them up like this, and then we'll shuffle up after we do all of this. Try to get them all separated here. All right, that was pretty good. And then when we shuffle, they're all going to end up together again. All right, so let's get Loki set up. We're going to shuffle up the encounter deck. So for main scheme stage A here, it says create the separate game area for each player group, and then each group follows the instructions on the Mischief and Mayhem, stage 1A here. So that's it for the setup here for A. We advance this to B, and it basically says here, if there is a 2 per pod here threat, the pod is this 3-player icon there. So then we lose a game. We're only doing 1 pod because we have 1 group and we're doing 1 player. So if there's 2 threat on this main scheme here, then we do lose a game. But cards cannot affect the scheme or Loki God of Lies unless they refer those cards by title. So we cannot just like thwart this main scheme or anything like that. All right, I think we're all shuffled up here for the encounter deck. And then we can set this main scheme over here. And then Loki here for stage 1A. Let's shuffle up our player deck as we do that. After resolving Worlds Collide, which is that, do the following. We put a random Avatar of Loki villain into play, and then set each other Avatar of Loki villain and the Shadow the Illusion card aside. So we already set aside the Shadow the Illusion card right here, which is the rules. And we're going to randomly get a Avatar of Loki villain here. So let's roll the die. And then it's going to be, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's see which one we get. 9 or 10, we'll just reroll. We got a 9, we're going to reroll. We got a 3. So 1, 2, 3. Loki the Knave here. So they're all a little bit different. This one says, after you resolve a treachery, do 1 damage to your identity and do 1 damage to ally control. Well, that's actually kind of rough. So he's going to come in here with 15 life. Let's set his hit point dial to 15. And then we have a separate hit point dial right here of 20 for the Loki God of Lies, because he's going to come in here with 20 life, as you guys can see on the bottom right there. So we just have a separate hit point dial for him. And the way that we do damage to him is not through attacking, but by adding shatter counts to him after we defeat this Loki. Then it says to set this aside again. We're going to put each synergy environment into play, which are these 4 environments that we already put into play. In standard mode, we set the intense focus attachment aside, which is this thing. And then in expert mode, we attach to the Avatar Loki in play. So we give this attachment here Loki. It is permanent, so we can never get rid of it. The Avatar Loki gets +2 per player hit points and gains steady. So 2 hit points here brings it from 15 down to 17. And a steady, just like expert Enchantress, is pretty cool because you can't just like stun lock and confuse all these villains here. So they're not like super easy. And then it has a one review for standard mode. Discard the top 2 cards in the counter deck and the top 5 cards of each player deck. But we're doing expert, so we don't have to do that intense focus there. So pretty cool how they set up the differences for standard and expert. And then here for Loki's also going to get a permanent +1 scheme and +1 attack. So this guy basically has 3 scheme and 2 attack, which is a lot of scheme. And then let me see, ceremony. Yep, and then that is it for the setup here. Let's advance to stage 1B. There's only 1 main scheme here, and if it hits 8 threat, it's going to advance. Forced interrupt. When this scheme will be completed, we remove all threat from here and place one threat on the worlds collide. When identity will be defeated, we change your identity to alter ego, set a hit point down to 1, and place one threat on worlds collide. So basically, it's a pretty cool scenario because if your identity gets defeated, you actually don't lose the game. You just place a threat on worlds collide, and you can keep on going. And then if you normally just don't get defeated anyways, basically you have two main schemes to get through, right? If this one hits 8, you place a threat. If it hits 8 again, you place another threat, and then the players will lose. And that's just how it works in true solo. It's going to scale differently for multiplayer. All right, so we're all set up here for Loki, and I think we're all shuffled up here as well. So let's go ahead and he does not have toughness, 17 life. We have our 10 life here. Let's put this over here to save some space. And we start off an alter ego. We'll be ready up, and let's draw up to 6 and see what we get. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no resource generators here. I like the ready for fight. I kind of like Sinclair here as well. And I kind of like, man, I like a lot of these cards. We're for sure gonna mulligan this. Question is, do I mulligan harder here? Let's toss Sinclair, and let's toss Energy Shield. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan 4 cards here and draw 4 more back up to our alter ego hands. That's a 6 for a mulligan. Okay, nice. We got an ally to play. Ooh, we got the mansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we for sure just go mansion here again. We're gonna go ahead and use Scientist. You generate a mental resource. This would be 3 more resources for a total of 4. So we can play our Avengers Mansion. Then we can exhaust the mansion to draw a card. Let's go and do that. Let me see. We could play Daredevil. I think I do. Is this the exact same like line? Web shooter into Daredevil, and then we don't get the ready for a fight. I think that's fine. Oh, Daredevil would take damage if you resolve a treachery though, so we just have him block the attack. All right, we'll use a resource here. Play the web shooters. 1 cost upgrade. We exhaust it. Generate a remove web counter. Generate a wild resource. But only in hero form because it's a hero resource. Flipping up to hero form. We're gonna exhaust it. Remove a counter. Generate that resource. This will be a second resource here to play a Daredevil. And then, I just realized there's nothing to thwart though. So I can just have him take damage. I think that's fine. We're gonna swing for 3 on Loki, or for 2. That'll bring from 17 down to 15. Daredevil swings for 1. That'll bring 15 down to 14. Daredevil takes a consequential damage for attacking. Yeah, there's no threat. Okay, we're gonna ready up, and then we'll draw back up to your hands as hero 5. Same bit a little bit too early here again. This is not the best hand. I kind of want to take damage here to what doesn't kill me. I think we do that. All right, Loki's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main. He is going to attack to ensure his Spire Sense. Interrupt when villain initiates an attack. You draw a card. Got practice plan. Oh, wait a minute. If I got practice plan, what's in kill me? Web shooter into web shooter into ready for fight and practice plan. Okay, that's actually fine. So yeah, we're gonna take the attack to the face. He's hitting with a base of 2. This would be his face down boost card, which is 1. So 3 damage on Spider-Man brings us from 10 down to 7. All right. Then we get dealt 1 face down counter card. Yeah, which is, oh no, it's a treachery. Oh, Daredevil's gonna die. After you resolve a treachery, so wait, actually this treachery isn't fully resolved until we surge, right? Okay, so we don't do it yet. I gotta remember to do that though. So one review top card, then counter deck, and it's gonna surge. So top card here is a treachery. Okay, so gang up. The villain minion engaged with you will attack. So Loki's gonna attack us here. We'll first trigger Spire Sense and draw a card. Then we're gonna have Daredevil defend the attack. The treachery is not resolved yet, so we don't have to do that force response. So Daredevil is defending the attack. He's hitting with a base of 2. This would be the boost card, 2. So 4 damage takes out Daredevil. And then that's going to resolve the gang up. So after you resolve treachery, do 1 damage to identity and 1 damage to ally control. We have no allies, but we do 1 damage to Spider-Man. It's down to 6. Now the under fire is going to surge. So we're going to review another encounter card, and then it's resolved with under fire. So we take another damage, drop down to 5 because of his force response. The encounter card is, oh man, Shadow the Past here. So we're going to bring out our Nemesis minion, the Vulture, and then we're going to bring out Nemesis side scheme. 3 threat on there. And we're going to shuffle these Nemesis cards into our encounter deck. And we got another treachery here, guys. We're going to take so much damage. And Vulture's going to attack us here as well with his quick strike. So we really need Aunt May. Right, let's shuffle up here. Do I defend for 3? Now I just want to take the Vulture out. Right, so we're going to shuffle up those Nemesis cards into the encounter deck. And we need to kill the Vulture as soon as possible. Okay, so Shadow of the Past brings that out. And then after this treachery resolves, Loki the Knave is going to do a damage to an ally and to your identity. We drop down to 4, guys. Crazy first turn for Loki. Resolves that. Vulture has quick strike, so he's going to immediately attack us right now. We'll take the damage, drop from 4 all the way down to 1 life as Spider-Man here. Pretty rough. And then we're also going to do the Highway Robbery here. So one of you, each player plays a random card from their hand face down here. So we're going to shuffle up our hand, and we're going to lose a random card there. Which will be this card. So let's put it here. All right, and then it's back over to our turn. What did we lose? I'm glad we didn't lose Moon Girl. Okay, so it's back over to our turn. Let's Avengers Mansion and draw a card here. Ooh, that would have been so helpful to block out the treacheries. Okay, so what we do here is we for sure want a Moon Girl, flip down to Alter Ego, and then take out Loki the Knave. Let me think here. Do I want to... Oh, we lost the What Doesn't Kill Me. I think we had 2 of those, right? Yeah, so the thing is, I need to either... We need to play What Doesn't Kill Me here to heal up. Because if we resolve treacheries, we take damage. So we cannot just hang out here. We're going to swing for 2 on Vulture. And then we're going to exhaust the Web Shooters to generate a wild resource, remove a counter. And then this would be a physical resource here. So it can play What Doesn't Kill Me. So hero action, heal 2 damage from your hero. We go from 1 up to 3, and then ready up your hero. So ready up here. And then let me think here. What do we do? I think I kind of want to use my base recovery. I mean, okay, the Under Fire is gone, right? Under Fire is gone. Shallow Pass is gone. A lot of the nasty stuff is gone. The greedier play is to just attack Vulture and have Moon Girl help us store a little bit. I think we do go for greedier play, and hopefully we can draw into Aunt May or Sinclair soon, right? Oh, we lost Sinclair, never mind. So just Aunt May. All right, let's swing for 2. We're going to take out the Vulture. We'll go for the greedier play. So Vulture is defeated. Then we just straight up flip down here to Alter Ego. Yeah. All right, we're going to use Sign to generate a mental resource. This will be a second mental resource, and declare the Wall from Symbiote to be a third mental resource. So 3 mentals to play Moon Girl. Play only if your identity has a chain for Genius Trait. We do have the Genius Trait here in Alter Ego. After you play Moon Girl for hand, draw 1 card for each mental you use to pay for, which is 3. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. This is a great hand. Double resource when paying for a protection card, so we can play Starhawk. And then we're going to use a physical resource here, which is the requirement to play ready for a fight. So I'm going to get this down. And we'll also play Practice Plan. 0 cost upgrade. After you discard a perk card you control, discard Practice Plan to return that card to your hand from your discard pile. Okay. So now we got our ally lineup here. And we're in Alter Ego. We just need Aunt May. I think we clear off Highway Robbery here. Yeah. This iteration is not great. Moon Girl is going to throw for 2. She'll take 2 consequential damage. Starhawk is going to throw for 1. Clear off the side scheme. And then whenever it's defeated, we return each card here back to the owner's hand. So we get this back to our hand here, which is the What Doesn't Kill Me, which we hold on to. Starhawk takes 1 consequential damage for thwarting. And that will end our turn. It's right up here. Hopefully we don't reveal a treachery. Let's hold on to the What Doesn't Kill Me and draw back up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and let's check here. Do we have another ready for a fight, or is this the... Okay, now that's the last one in play here, but we can practice playing it. All right, no Aunt May yet. Loki's turn, he's going to add 1 to the main, goes up to 2 threat. Then he is going to scheme, because we're in Alter Ego, we're just going to allow it here. Scheme with a base of 3. If it gets a 3, it pops, actually. Ooh. The 3, it pops. That makes me want to flip up. I think we're ready for a fight here. If it pops, I mean, we're technically okay. Yeah, I think we're going to flip up to hero form, unfortunately. Yeah, we can gambit again next turn. Okay, we're going to ready for a fight. So when enemy would scheme, he's about to scheme here. We discard this card, change the hero form, and the enemy attacks you instead. So we're flipping up the hero form. We'll also trigger our practice plan here. After you discard perk card you control, discard this card and add that card to your hand from the discard pile. So we can swap those. All right, so he's gonna attack us here. We'll trigger Spiral Sense and draw a card because he's initiating an attack. Ooh, genius. Okay, and then we're gonna have Moongrow defend. Here's a boost card. He's hitting with a base of 2. Boost here is 2, so 4 damage takes out Moongrow. All right, face down counter card. Please don't be another treachery. Oh, it's a treachery. Let me look at this. How many treacheries have we? We've gone 1, 2, 3 treacheries. This is the 4th one, guys. Okay. Vulture's plan. Discard 1 card at random from each player's hand. Uh-oh. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different resource type. Or different resource type. So even when we lose a double, it's fine. All right, so shuffle up here. And then 1 random card here is going to go. What do we want? I don't remember what's in our hand, actually. Oh, we're going to have a good turn here, I think. All right, so we discard. Oh, no, I wanted that one. Get ready for a fight. Okay, that's fine. And we place 1 threat on the main scheme because there's 1 resource icon on the card. We still have Gambit here for the flip, but it won't be able to flip down anymore after that. So hopefully we can get Aunt May soon. Let's mansion and draw a card. Ooh, we got a backflip, so I don't have to flip. Let's get the Quinn Carrier down. Oh, I could have enhanced Spiral Sense. Dang it, that probably would have been a better play. We'll do, see, 3 resources here, so we can play Quinn Carrier. 3 cost support, play only if your Danny has adventure, which you do have in our hero form. We can exhaust Quinn Carrier, generate a wild resource to help us hit all of our kickers. And sorry guys, web shooters should be up here, right? Yeah, we never use these because we're gonna need to do it now, I think. Or actually, I don't even think I use it. I think we just play. Oh, I forgot. We resolve a treachery, so we take a damage and do damage to an ally control. So Star takes a damage, and Spider-Man takes a damage as well because of Loki's ability. So we draw down 2 life, guys. If we get 2 treacheries, we lose. But Gambit will help us scry, actually, so we should be okay. Let me think here. Do I play Gambit, hold on to this? I mean, I could use this because Gambit's going to tell me what's coming. So, okay, let's use Quick Carry Generate Wild Resource. This would be 2 more resources for a total of 3, and we're going to play Gambit here. So 3 cost ally. When enters play, look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Tuck 1 under him, so only the boost is available. So we're not getting a treachery here, which is nice. We attach a Starhawk. Okay, so we're going to get this here on Gambit. So he's going to have X Thwart, X attack equal to the boost icons on a card tucked under him, which is just 1. So 1 Thwart, 1 attack. But we know that advances can. We actually flip down here. I think I will. I mean, I have the backflip. Not a good time to have backflip. That's okay. Let's see. Attach the ally you control. That'll be Starhawk. And he'll just return himself back to your hand. Okay. So that goes back in the same order. And then Gambit's just going to thwart for 1 from the main. Drop it down to 2 threat. It would take a consequential damage. I think we just recover here, guys. We're not having the best luck here, so we're just gonna not rely on AMA. Let's exhaust heal by 3, brings us from 2 back up to 5, and we're gonna end our turn. Let's right back up here, and let's hold on to the what doesn't kill me in case we don't draw AMA still. Draw him back up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Nick should definitely get me into AMA. All right, Loki's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main. Goes up to 3 threat. He's gonna scheme because we're in Argigo. Scheming with a base of 3, gets a boost. We know it's an advance, so 0 boost icons. He's scheming for just 3. Man goes up to 6 from 3. All right, then he's gonna do this encounter card, and it is not a treachery, so I don't have to do this thing anymore. Love Triangle, attached an ally control will give us a Starhawk. The attached ally cannot attack the villain or defend against the villain's attacks. Alternate action, exhaust the attached ally. Spend a mental resource to discard this card. Okay, so it's attached to Starhawk here. All right, back over to our turn. Let's mansion, draw a card. Digging for Aunt May. We don't even need the backflips here because we have Nick Fury. So let's just get Nick down. We'll do Quinn Care for wild resources to be 3 more for a total of 4. Play Nick Fury. When he enters play, choose 1, pick the one and draw 3. 1, 2, 3. There's Aunt May. Unfortunately, if I Aunt May, then I can't what doesn't kill me. I can just double what doesn't kill me here. I think we just Aunt May and just play Swing Web Kick. That's going to do more damage anyways than what doesn't kill me. Yeah, we can't play any what doesn't kill me basically. So do I hold on to a backflip? We have how many cards left in our deck? We have 3 cards left. We might as well Black Cat here. Alright, so Starhawk is going to thwart for 1 from the main, drop down a 5 threat. He'll take 1 consequential damage. his ability, whenever he takes damage exactly remaining to his remaining health, returns to our hand. He has 1 health left, so he takes the 1 damage, comes back to our hand with his ability. And whenever he leaves play, this attachment will get discarded. So pretty good there. And then actually, did I forget the Scientist? We paid 1, 2, 3, and Queen. Yeah, actually, we have the Scientist left. So let's use our Alter Ego ability here. We'll use Scientist to generate much resource to play Aunt May. And then we can exhaust Aunt May to heal 4 while we're in Alter Ego, going from 5 up to 9. We have 3 cards, right? Yeah, 3 cards. So I think we just Black Cat here. Let's do. Where are you, Scientist? So we'll do 1. We don't need a backflip. 2 resources here, so we can play Black Cat. When you play from whenever she enters play, force response this card, top 2 cards of your deck. Add each card with a printed Mento to your hand. We add Ingenuity to your hand. Helicarrier gets discarded. Okay, that's actually fine to get the Ingenuity here. If we Ingenuity, we can swing Web Kick. Do I want to just put on damage on Loki here? We're not getting those minions or anything, which is a little bit unfortunate. Actually, part of me also wants to get Max on Isle Limit and discard Gambit, because he's pretty valuable back to let us cycle through. I think we actually do that. So weird play here, but we'll do 2 resources here, so it can play Ingenuity. 2 cost upgrade, play only if you have the Genius trait, which you do have in Alter Ego. We can exhaust Ingenuity, generate a mental resource. Alright, then we are going to, don't need to recover, so we're going to flip up to Hero form. Gambit's going to, let's thwart for 1, drop the man from 5 down to 4. He'll take a consequent damage. And we're going to use the double resource and paying for protection card to play Starhawk. We max out on our Owl limit, which is 3, so we must immediately discard one. Let's discard Gambit. And then we're getting back into our deck pass, even though Nick Fury won't be there. And let's get some tokens to all of our allies here. Okay, so Nick is going to thwart for 2, drop the main down. He'll take 1 consequent damage. Starhawk's going to thwart for 1. He'll take 1 consequent damage. And then Black Cat's going to swing for 1 on Loki. Spider-Man swing for 2. 3 damage, brings him from 14 down to 11. And Black Cat does not take consequent damage for attacking. And that's going to end our turn. Let's ready up. We draw back up to 5. Deck out. Get dealt a face down encounter card. Shuffle discard power back into the deck. Alright, so I think we're recovering a little bit from that turn 1 under fire. But we're not getting any shatter counters on Loki. So normally we can defeat minions in side schemes to get those shatter counters on him. But it looks like it's not going to happen this time, which is okay. We want to get rid of Loki the Knave, though. He is pretty nasty. After we resolve treacheries, we got to remember that upkeep to deal 1 damage to your identity and 1 damage to an ally you control. We got a decent setup there, just no Helicarrier. Alright, we're going to draw back up to 5. Hold on to Jocasta. There's a Helicarrier that we were just speaking of. Okay, Loki's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main. Goes up to 2. He's going to attack us. Sparsen's withdraws a card. Nick Fury will block the attack. Hit him with a base of 2. Gets a boost here. Place 1 threat on the main screen for each character you control. Dang it, and we just have our maxed out limit. 4 characters we control, including our identity and the allies. So we add 4 to the main. Goes from 2 up to 6 with the boost effect. Alright, and then Loki's going to just do 2 damage on Nick, which will take him out. And then he goes into discard pile. Then we get dealt 1 face down counter card for a total of 2. Don't defeat treachery. Okay, we got a minion here, Fenrir's Wolf, with guard and patrol. When defeated, we place 3 shadow counters on the avatar Loki villain. And we get a synergy counter on mounting resistance, which is the thwarting one. Last encounter card is a side scheme, Door in Between Worlds, Victory 1. Any player in your pod can thwart this side scheme as they're in your game area with 7 threat, with a crisis, with acceleration, and a hazard. When defeated, each group places 3 shadow counters on their avatar Loki villain and 1 synergy counter on one of their synergy environments. So we do 3, 3, 5, then we'll actually pop Loki. So one thing to keep in mind with Loki is that if the God of Lies has 10 or fewer hit points, then you flip him over to this stage here, where you also flip the Intense Focus over to Total Focus, where you have to do the 1 review there, and also get the Dark Scepter. So some bad things could happen if we allow him to take a bunch of health. and we defeat this and this, then we have to do that, unfortunately. So we'll see what we want to do. Right. So it is back over to our turn here. Did I do everything? Yeah, this. Okay. All right. I don't know if we want to play Hay Carry because we got to do some other stuff here. Let's mention and draw a card. Ooh, we got Moon Girl. So the thing is, we have to clear this. We have to clear it. Yeah, I think we're gonna flip Loki here. Or we're gonna add a bunch of shadow counters. I mean, and we did not resolve a treachery, so don't have to do the force response there, which is nice. I think what we do is flip down to Alter Ego. Let's see, matching resistance is the one that gives us extra thwarting, so we can thwart more from there. We just have to defeat this minion here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be exactly what we need with Grant Ward. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and play Grant Ward here. So he's a 0-cost ally. He can't defend. And after you reveal a treachery, you may spend a bunch of resource. If you don't, we take damage equal to his attack and then remove it from the game. So Grant's going to swing for 2 on Fenris Wolf here. And he'll take 1 consequent damage. Starhawk's going to swing for 2 on Fenris Wolf. Starhawk will take 2 consequent damage equal to his remaining health. So we actually return to our hand with his own ability. Black Cat's going to swing for 1 on Fenris Wolf. She does not take consequential damage. And then we're going to play Starhawk back down here, I believe. Let's do... Oof. Use a Helicarrier again. It's kind of bad to do that. We'll do 2 resources here, so we can play Starhawk back down. Okay. So Starhawk is going to swing for 2 on Fenris Wolf. This guy's defeated with 7 damage there. Okay, so Guard Patrol is gone. When defeated, place 3 shadow counters on your avatar Loki. Then place 1 synergy counter on the mounting resistance environment. So we're going to put it on mounting resistance, which is the one where when a friendly character thwarts, we can remove a counter and we get +4 for that thwart. This guy gets defeated, he goes into discard pile. Alright, and then Starhawk will take 2 consequent damage for attacking. Okay, Spider-Man is going to thwart for 1 from Door in Between Worlds. We're going to remove a synergy counter here to get +4 for that thwart. So we're thwarting for 5, drops it down to 2 threat. Alright. Then we could play Chokasa in hero form, but I think we flip down and go Moon Girl here. And then possibly play the Helicarrier if we can afford it. I think a Web Shooter. They're ready for a fight in case I don't draw a... No, we use Jocasta. We save with the Queen Carrier. Yeah, that'll work. We haven't seen it backflips anyways. Okay, we're gonna flip down to Alter Ego. Use Sign to generate a mental resource. Engineer is gonna be second mental resource. This is a third mental resource, so we can play Moon Girl. We're gonna max out on our element, so we must immediately discard 1. I think we're gonna get rid of Grant Ward here, so he just gets discarded in case we get a bunch of treacheries again. All right, whenever Moon Girl enters play, we only play her Hygiene Shirt, which we do have an Alter Ego. We can draw 3 cards because we use 3 mentals to pay for her. So 1, 2, nice, and we have physicals anyways. All 3 physicals. Okay, next Moon Girl is gonna thwart for 2, and we'll clear off the Door Between Worlds here. So side scheme is defeated. Let's see, we place 3 more shadow counters on Loki, and then 1 synergy counter on one of the synergy environments. So let's do the thwarting one just in case. So we'll put a synergy counter on the matching resistance again. This one we can pick which one we want to do. And yeah, Sesame just came up right next to me here. So, but she's not doing anything. Okay, so that's good. And then yeah, so 1 synergy counter on one of their environments. Yeah, so we picked this one and it has a victory keyword, so this can get removed from the game here. All right. And then Moon Girl will take 2 constant damage for thwarting. And we're going to use 3 resources here to play the Helicarrier. 3 cost upgrade. We can exhaust it to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. We cannot use that for Red for Fight though, because Red for Fight, the requirement is a physical resource. But we can exhaust the Queen Carrier, generate WOD declared to be a physical, which is going to be able to play the Red for Fight. So we got this back down here. So Loki won't scheme out on us. Alright, that's going to end our turn. Actually, let's end May. We're just healed by 4. Brings us back up to our full life of 10 here. Alright, let's ready back up. And we'll draw back up to our Alter Ego hand size here of 6. Alright, there's Gambit. I think we play Symbiote here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want more encounter cards to get those minions and get those shadow counters on Loki. Alright, so Loki's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main, goes up to 7 out of 8, so it stays on there. He's going to scheme because we're an Artigo. We're going to trigger ready for fight. When an enemy would scheme, discard his card, change hero form, and the enemy will attack us. So we're flipping up here. And then Loki's going to attack us, so we trigger Spire Sense and draw a card. The other ready for fight. He's hitting with a base of 2. We could always just flip back down. I think I'm maxed out on my owl limit. But the thing is, Moon Girl helps us thwart, which I do need. Yeah, I think we would rather take the 2 Thornton. So we're going to take the hit to the face. He's hitting with a base of 2. Gets a boost of 0. So 2 damage brings us from 10 down to 8. Now we get a face down counter card, which is hopefully not that treachery. And oh, it's not treachery. We got a minion here, Zax. So we don't have to do his force response. And then Zax says retaliate 1 and victory 1. One review discard top 4 cards of your deck. For each printed energy resource, take 1 indirect damage, and we have no energies here, so we take no indirect damage. Alright, and it is back over to our turn. Alright, let's mention, draw a card. We defeat Zax, I mean, we actually don't get counters on Loki. I want to get some more counters on him. Let's see. Gambit can help us make sure that we get a card to give us counters. I don't know if Symbiote Suit here, actually, guys, because I want to play the Swing Wheel to take out Zax. I want to play Gambit. Yeah, we don't have the economy for it. I want to play Ready for a Fight for sure. Okay. Let's see though. Actually, I might need to hold on Swing Wheel for a minion that's coming out. Okay, Moon Girl's gonna throw for 2. We'll throw off the main. She'll take 2 constant damage and get knocked out here. I think we do Starhawk Thwart. Let's do Gambit first. Helicarrier is going to reduce the cost of the next card we play. So Gambit is 2 costs, double resource, and we're going to play Gambit. So we're going to Enchantress play. Look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Titania is not the minion that we want. Plays a Shatter counter. Ooh, this card plays 2. Okay, we want this as an encounter card. No way to get it as an encounter card though. Yeah, because it would be a boost for Loki. This would be our encounter card if we grab Titania, swap Loki. Oh, we swap Loki. And then he'll either scheme or he'll attack depending on which Loki it is. I think we take that as the encounter card. So, I mean, it's a worse encounter card because it'll activate again, but it's okay because I want Gambit to have 3. Yeah, so we'll grab Titania, tuck it underneath Gambit. So Gambit has 3 thwart, 3 attack, equals to the boost cards of the card tucked there. Or the boost icons there. So he's 3/3. And then, let me think here. If okay, let's exhaust Quicker, generate a wild resource, and we'll just play the Ready for a Fight. Have this back down just in case. He schemes, right? Yeah, we want to keep that main scheme there. We use a double resource here when paying for protection card to play Dr. Sinclair. Have her down and help us get rid of status cards. She's an alternate action that helps us heal and remove a status card. And then let's change the ordering here a little bit. Put Sinclair next to Aunt May. And then, yeah, I think we just immediately generate a mental resource. 2 resources here for a total of 3. Play a swing web kick. Here, action attack, do 8 damage to enemy on Zax, and that will defeat him. Whenever he is defeated, he goes in victory display, and then we get the Zax ally, and we get under play. So we're gonna get Zax here. Does not count towards ally limit. When enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for a card with the printed energy and add to your hand. Actually, we don't really need that. So, oh wait, we can grab this. We're gonna grab Sparks Planet, add to your hand. We'll shuffle all this back over here. Sparks Planet is a 0 cost card that we can just play right now. All right, and we can play this for free, 0 cost upgrade. All right, so now what's the next step here? We'll do Spider-Man Black Cat will swing for 3 total, brings Loki from 11 down to 8. Gambit's gonna thwart for 3, Zax will thwart for 3, for a total of 6 threat, clear off the main. Both the allies will take consequential damage. 2 for Zax and 1 for Gambit. And that will end our turn. Yeah, let's write it back up here. So we're gonna swap the Loki without really knowing which one. Let's draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got the double backflips. All right, Loki's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main. Then, Sesame just running. Okay, he's gonna add 1 to the main. He's gonna attack us. We'll trigger Spire Sense. I did not draw a card yet, right? I didn't. Okay, so draw a card. Ooh, this is perfect. We'll just cancel the encounter card. So he is going to attack us here. We'll take the hit to the face. Hit him with a base of 2. Gets a boost of 1. and we're going to play a backflip. When you take any amount of damage, prevent all damage, jumping out of the way. And then we get dealt one face down encounter card here, which is a Treachery. So 4 spots after you resolve it, we do 1 damage to your identity and ally you control. But we can exhaust and regenerate a mental resource to play Enhanced Spire Sense. When Treachery is reviewed in counter deck, cancel its reviewed effects. So we're going to cancel reviewed effects here. So we actually do not resolve Treachery, so we don't have to do the 4 spawns from Loki. So we're canceling that, and then it's back over to our turn. How much? Still some cards left in our deck. Let's Mansion, draw a card. And I guess we just web them up here, right? With all the cards in our hand. We can play Starhawk back down. Let's do Starhawk's going to swing, or he's going to throw for 1, clear off the main, take 1 constant damage, come back to our hand with his ability. Then we use a double resource paying for a green card to play Starhawk back down again. And then we're going to swing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Loki, risen down to 3 life. Starhawk takes constant damage. Black Cat does not. And then let's go ahead and use Helicarrier to reduce the cost and by 1. 3 resources for a total of 4. And we'll play Webbed Up here. Hero form only attached to enemy. Maximum for enemy when attached enemy would attack this card webbed instead and then stun that enemy. So we have them locked out here. And we have the ready for a fight and practice plan too. I think we'll just flip Loki here. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. So Game is going to swing for 3 on Loki. That'll bring him all the way down to 0. Okay, so we can do this here. When this villain would be defeated, place 5 shadow counters here and flip this card over. So 5 more shadow counters for a total of 11 shadow counters. All right, and then we flip it over here. Fading Figment, Shadow the Illusion. So we see the set aside Shadow Illusion here because we shadow this Fading Figment. So when a Fading Figment is reviewed, like this one right here, follow these steps to shatter Loki's illusion. Remove each shadow counter from Fading Figment and do damage to Loki God of Lies equal to the number of shadow counters removed this way. So we have 11 shadow counters here, so we're going to do 11 damage to Loki God of Lies. That will bring him down to 9 life from 20. All right, then swap the Fading Figment in play with the random set aside Loki villain. So we swap the Fading Figment with the random set aside Loki villain and then set the hit point dial of the avatar of Loki to his printed hit point value and then deal each player face down counter card. So we get 1 face down counter card here. But this is actually kind of bad because we're going to deck out. And we're going to swap with one of these 3 Lokis here. We're going to roll the die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is that? A 6. So it's going to be the middle one. Loki the Miscreant. After you resolve, we try to place 1 threat on the main scheme and 1 threat on the side scheme. Ooh, okay. So he's going to add more threat here. All right, so we set this aside, set that aside. And then we're not done yet. Loki God Lies has less than 10 threats, so we flip him over here to the 2 stage of Loki God Lies. We're going to view each group in standard mode, attaches their set aside intense focus to the Loki avatar. Each group in expert mode flips their intense focus to the total focus side. If Loki God Lies is defeated, all players in all groups win the game. So he has 9 hit points left. And we'll remove all these shadow counters here because we dealt as damage to him. So we just got to get 9 more shatter counters, basically. All right, and then we are going to flip intense focus over to total focus. So the avatar Loki gets plus 3 hit points, so he has 15 plus 3, so 18 life here. And then he also gains steady. When reviewed, discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck and top 5 cards of each player deck. Okay, so top 2 cards of the encounter deck. And then top 5 cards of each player deck, we deck out here, and we don't keep discarding. So we lose 2 cards, deck out, immediately get a second encounter card here. We're going to hold on to a backflip in our hand. Then we're going to shuffle up our discard pile back into the deck. Then it says, find the Dark Scepter and reveal it. If Dark Scepter did not enter play this way, give the avatar of Loki a tough status card. So he won't get a tough because Dark Scepter will enter play this way. And all the total focus will do after that is give Loki +1 scheme, +1 attack. All right, so we're going to shuffle up our player deck here. And we just got to get some more shatter counters here. This is going to be bad because he's going to add tons of threat there. But fortunately, we don't have any threat on Worlds Collide. And if he schemes, we can ready for a fight here. All right, so now we're going to find the Dark Scepter. Have we seen it? Let's check the encounter discard power first. Dark Scepter. We have not seen it, so it's going to be in the encounter deck here. Dark Scepter. What the? Why can't I find stuff, guys? Find the Dark Scepter and reveal it. Are you guys? You guys see it whenever I'm going through here? I don't see the Dark Scepter, guys. Where is it? Oh, man's over here. Okay, I remember. It wasn't in the discard pile. Okay, so Dark Scepter, we're going to reveal it and we'll shuffle up the encounter deck here. So Loki's going to have +1 attack. He gains Stalwart now, and treacheries cannot be canceled anymore. Here, response: after you resolve a treachery, spend 2 resources of the same type to discard this card. So we'll probably get a treachery here that we can do that hero response for and get rid of the Scepter. Yeah, Scepter is very nasty, so we have to get rid of it, I think. Especially if we want to enhance Spire Sense stuff. And we'll have the resources to discard that. Alright. So he has this, he has that, he's got everything going on here, but he's also webbed up, so he won't attack us. And we have a backflip just to take more attacks if he gets a bunch of activations here. Alright guys, that is it for that. We're going to end our turn, hold on to his backflip, draw him back up to 5. Okay. And then allies will ready back up. Hero readies back up. Okay. And then it is Loki's turn. So Loki's going to add 1 to the main. Then he is going to attack us. He's webbed up, so we discard instead, and then we give him a stun stats card with the webless ability. But he has star with this, so he doesn't get the stun stats, unfortunately. So this just stays there. Even though he's steady, he's also stalwart. Now we get dealt with face on encounter card for a total of 3 encounter cards here. Big ramp turn for Loki. First one is this one. It's not treachery. Guard. When defeated, the defeating player discards from top encounter deck, and if the treachery, deal this card back to yourself as a face on encounter card. Okay, that's not great. And then next encounter card. So no treachery, don't have to do a force response. We got a treachery here in advance. Let me think. If he schemes for 2, and then he'll add 1 more threat afterwards. If he gets a boost of 3, he schemes for 5. He has another threat at 6 out of 8. I think we're okay, even this is treachery. Yeah, so we actually let him scheme here. I don't think any point for us to take the attack. He schemed with just a base of 2. Whose card here is 0. So the main goes up to 3 threat. And then after you resolve treachery, the advantage is resolving now. We place 1 threat on the main scheme and 1 on each side scheme. There are no side schemes left. So that goes up to 4. And then now, here response: after you resolve a treachery, spend 2 resources of the same type. Queen character to be a mental. Engineer is going to be another mental here. Declare the wild here being a mental. And then we can discard the Dark Scepter. So let's get rid of this thing. So now treacheries can be canceled and loses that +1 attack there. Alright. Last encounter card is Story and Lies. Swap the Avatar Loki villain play with the Ram Setsai Loki. And then, depending on which one, we do the corresponding thing. So he's going to swap again on us here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rolling the dice again. We got a 10. We're going to re-roll on the 10. We got a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Loki the Rascal here comes in play. After you resolve a boost card during his activation, if it's a treachery, deals yourself as an encounter card or spend a resource of any type. Okay, so Loki the Rascal says, then if Loki the Rascal or Loki the Wrench is played, he attacks you with +1 attack in expert mode. So he's going to attack us here with 1, 2, and a +1 is 3. So we're going to enhance, or Spire Sense, and draw a card. And then we'll just take this attack to the face, because I have a backflip in hand. So after you resolve a boost card, so here's the boost, it's 3. If it's a treachery, either deal yourself as an encounter card or spend a resource as non-treachery. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage on Spider-Man. And we're going to play a backflip, jump out of the way, prevent all the damage. And that resolves his treachery here. He does not have an effect after resolving treachery anymore. It's for boost cards now. Okay, and it's back over to our turn. All right, this minion is actually quite annoying here. Let's Avengers Mansion, draw a card. And then, what do we do here? We can, let's use the Helicarrier, reduce the cost and play at once to play Spiders attached to a minion. Whenever he's defeated, remove 3 there from a scheme. We'll swing for 2, defeat the minion. When defeated, we'll force interrupt when he's defeated. This will trigger first, remove 3 there from a scheme, drop some main, back down to 1. And then the minion here, we'll put the threat there. Whenever defeated, discard the top card of the encounter deck. If it's a treachery, it is a treachery. Deal this guy to yourself as a face down encounter card. So we get him back as an encounter card here, unfortunately. Right. Then, what do we do next here? I think we just swing in web kick. And then can we, what doesn't kill me? We could, but I don't think I do that. I want to hold on to the Enhanced Fire Sense. I guess we can hold on to what doesn't kill me here. We'll do 3 resources here. Play a swinging web kick. Here action attack, do 8 to enemy. Hit Loki for 8. Brings him from 18 all the way down to 10 life. Black Cat will swing for 1. Brings him down to 9 life. Gambit's going to swing for 3. Brings him down to 6 life. And yeah, I think we're ready for Symbiote Suit, guys. I know I said that last time, but now we're really ready. Let's ready back up. And we'll draw back up to our hand size here. 5, holding on to these cards here. Oh, double Enhanced Fire Sense. I should have just used it then. Okay, it is Loki's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense, draw a card. And then, what are we doing here? He's hitting with a base of 2 after you resolve the boost here. I think we can actually take the damage. Do I want to block with an out? And Gambit should take constant damage. I think I forgot to give him that. Could also block with Starhawk. No, Starhawk's good for killing this minion over and over again because we keep on getting treacheries. We say the hit to the face. He's hitting with the base of 2. Here's the boost. 3. Yikes. Okay, so 5 damage brings us from 8 down to 3. And then it's not a treachery, so don't do anything there. Then we get down in Encounter for a total of 2. First one is this guy again. And then we got a minion. Okay, we got a minion here, so that's actually good to see. All right, so this guy has a force control whenever he attacks. And whenever we kill him, we get shatter counters. Okay, let's see here. What do we do? Okay, Starhawk is going to... Oh, I need a thwart with him, huh? All right, we're going to just swing for 2. Take out this minion. Do this thing again. Uh-oh, Sesame's here. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. Okay, she's just chilling. Oh, let me... Okay, so we swing for 2, take this guy out. Discard top card. Not a treachery, so he's actually defeated here. Okay, so got rid of him. And then we have this minion left here. All right, what am I doing next? Starhawk is going to thwart for 1 for the main. He'll take 1 consequential damage, come back to our hand with his ability. Let's mansion before I forget and draw a card. Okay, we'll use a double resource for protection cards and play Starhawk back down. And then, oh man, sorry guys, Sesame is doing some stuff here. Oh man, she's so heavy now. Okay, all right guys, sorry about that. I should show you guys what it looks like whenever she's attacking the bottom of the camera there. Okay, so we got Starhawk back down here. And then what do we need to do? We are going to play the What's in Kill Me here. So other character reduces cost by 1. Queen character generates a walk, declare to be physical. To play this, we're going to heal 2. And then we're going to ready back up. Then we can do Gambit's going to swing for 3. And then Spider-Man swings for 2. Black Cat swings for 1. 6 damage, defeats this guy. When defeated, place 3 shadow counters on the avatar of Loki villain. Gambit takes consequential. And he's going to get knocked out here with that. And then Black Cat, no consequential. And then this guy is defeated. All right. Next, what do we do here? I think we hold on to enhanced Spider Sense stuff. We play Daredevil. We use a double resource here. Play Daredevil. And then we'll just have Starhawk swing for 2 on Loki. Brings from 6 down to 4. Takes 2 consequential damage for attacking. And then Daredevil will, let's swing for 1 on Loki. Brings him down to 3. And then he'll take 1 consequential damage for attacking. And we're just chilling here with Zax. And that's going to end our turn, guys. Yeah, let's ready back up. And we just need ways to get 1 more shatter counter on Loki. And then we can defeat Godlights. I don't think if I defeat him here, we'll add 5 plus 3. So we'll bring his life down to 1. And we have to bring it down another stage of Loki. So we don't want to do that. So we're just basically just waiting now until we can get like a minion or a side scheme to get those appropriate. Oh, sorry guys, I drew back up to 6 here. It should be like that. All right, Loki's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main. He's gonna attack us. We're gonna Spider Sense that anyways and draw the Nick Fury. And then we are going to defend here. Let's defend with Daredevil. He's hitting with a base of 2, gets a boost. It's not treachery, 3, so 5 total damage. Takes out Daredevil. We don't do the force response because it's not treachery. Face down and counter card is okay. Nice. We got a side scheme here. When defeated, plays 2 shower counts on the Loki villain, coming in with 5 threat there. All right, we finally got the kill here. Let's exhaust the mansion, draw a card. No, we got swing web kick here. All right, we're just going to thwart for 1. Use the synergy counter here. Remove a counter. We get +4 for our thwart, so we're thwarting for 5. Clears off the side scheme in 1 go. And then when defeated, place 2 shatter counters on the Avatar Loki villain. So he's going to have 5 shatter counters here. All right, and then let's go ahead and dig for the symbiote suit. I think we'll do 4 resources here. Play Nick Fury. Whenever Nick Fury enters play, choose one. We're going to pick the one and draw 3. 1, there we go. 2, 3. And then we're going to use, we have no more readies. We'll use Helicarrier, Quinn Carrier, Ingenuity, and a resource here to play Symbiote Suit. So we get +10 hit points, go up to 15, get +1 to your hand size and +1 to each of your basic powers. So let's just put that here now because we got the Symbiote Suit going on. And then, yeah, but unfortunately, we don't have the, we're exhausted here. I should have had Starhawk Thor or something. Anyways, Nick's going to swing for 2. Starhawk will swing for another 2. Black House swing for another 1. That's 5 damage there. Bringing Loki from 3 all the way down to 0. And then whenever that happens, we flip him over to the Fading Figment. We take a look at the Shower of the Illusion here. And then what we do is remove all those shower counters from him. So he's going to get 5 more as well after we defeat him. So going up to 10 counters here. And then we put all those 10 counters on the God of Lies, and that will bring it from 9 all the way down to 0. And then after you defeat the God of Lies, and that is victory for this scenario. Yeah, and that's how the Loki scenario works. So yeah, normally I think that it's going to go a lot faster for the Loki God of Lies if you get more minions and side schemes out. But on like that turn 1 and stuff, we just kept on getting treacheries. So we're not able to add as many shadow counters on Loki God of Lies if we keep on getting treacheries there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I hope it made sense how we go through the Trickster Takeover here. If you have any questions, just let me know down in the comments. I respond to everybody. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video.